Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Do You Hear Me with Unico Williams. Special, the Diddy trial. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And actually, I'm coming at you on my favorite day of the week, Thursday. Why? Well, I was born on a Thursday, 11:47 a.m. Woo! I miss doing my other shows. That's just my regular shows. Anyway, we're on day 9. So make sure y'all like and subscribe. I'm coming to you every single day of the trial, and I'm going to be a great actor, and I'm going to be the judge, I'm going to be the prosecutor, I'm going to be the defense attorneys, and I'm going to be the witnesses. Any pictures that I get, I'm going to share them with you. So today is a big day because we're getting Kid Cudi today. We're getting Kid Cudi today. We got Kid Cudi today, and we're going to talk about a lot of things, especially because we all know that we thought it was just like an urban legend, just some shit that happened in hip hop. Kid Cudi's car got blown up. So that being said, he could have sued him for that, press charges, all type of stuff. But we're going to see that Cudi is a solid dude. But we need to understand that Diddy was doing criminal stuff, street stuff with civilians. Kid Cudi's a civilian. His assistants are civilians. Keep that in your mind. You slapping around people, blowing up cars, doing all this mob gangster stuff to people, and they civilians, man. So that's what we're going to get into a lot today. So, down at the courthouse entrance, much security, presumably for the arrival of Kid Cudi. They said today that he had more security than Cassie had. But you know, that's the man on the moon. He might even be watching out for Kanye people, allegedly just playing. We know what it is. Now, up in court, before jury is brought in, Judge, I didn't hear government objecting to Mr. Kaplan testifying about Miss Ventura asking for drugs in Boston. Let's get Mr. Kaplan back on the stand. Kaplan comes in. That's the assistant from yesterday. So now I'm the government. When did you carry cash for Mr. Combs? $50,000 on his private jet. Did you pick up cash for Mr. Combs? $10,000 at Western Union from Combs Enterprise. Trying to wrap up the RICO. This is the RICO stuff. And not only is it the RICO stuff, but it's also how the government, the feds, can take his assets because they're trying to wrap it all up. Keep that in mind. Civilians, criminal, keep it in mind, guys. What long-term relationships of Mr. Combs were you aware of? Cassie, Kim, Gina. Gina comes up a lot. I guess she's a young girl. She came up yesterday. Who was Kim? Mother of his children. Cassie, girlfriend. Gina, another girlfriend. The jet flight to Las Vegas. What was the layout of the jet? 4 chairs, a partition. I had a partial view over my right shoulder. When you witnessed violence by Mr. Combs on Miss Ventura, why didn't you intervene? My career, coercion, threatening these folks. You know, just yesterday said monthly dude was about he said monthly Diddy would threaten his job, threaten to fire him monthly. After the last glass breaking, what did Mr. Combs do? He came forward. Cassie stayed in the back. He asked me to get creams to conceal the bruising on her face. How did you pay for it? Corporate credit card, wrapping his businesses into his bullshit. That's how you get to a RICO. Why did you leave Combs Enterprises? Also, shout to Inner City Press. They the ones that's hitting us with these transcripts. It's not complete transcripts, but it's most of it. So other stuff we can touch on later. Leave likes, leave comments, and I'll answer any questions. I'll get back to you on them. Why did you leave Combs Enterprises? I didn't think I would be covering things up like buying the witch hazel. Also, my father had prostate cancer. Any violence? He threw things at Gina in the entryway of the main home on Star Island. What was he throwing? Green apples. How hard? Very hard. Later, I took the medicine bag into their room. Mr. Combs wanted me to leave quickly. Then what? I heard Gina at the gate and male voices. Who? Security. When you left, what did you do? I collected myself, then went to work for an integrated marketing firm. So we quit. Now, Diddy's lawyers are back on the stage, so this is my sneaky lawyer tone. Why did you go to work for Combs Enterprises? He was an incredible entrepreneur. I have learned from him. What did Brian do as COO? Ensuring profitability of each unit. I was an employee when Revolt TV launched. That's Diddy's thing. Tell me about it. We were on the sixth floor of 1710 Broadway. Everyone was there. It was momentous. Diversity was important to Mr. Combs. This is somebody that has one black female lawyer on his team. Everybody else is white, but we'll continue. Specifically for African Americans. What did Blue Flame do? Marketing for Ciroc. What is Diageo? They own Johnny Walker and others. Mr. Combs set up a marketing entity for Ciroc. Your job, what was it? For example, Mr. Combs would say, we are going to leave the house. He meant 3 to 5 minutes. I had a checklist for the bags and toiletry. It was a bad look for me if something wasn't in there. Is there a binder near you? I can't read that. It says Southern District. I'm handing you something to refresh your recollection. Take a look at it as long as you want to. You ran an off-site training, a graduate from Harvard Business School. Also, Kenny Burns. I remember. You were effective, right? I worked hard. I don't know how you'll answer. Was it good or bad? Complicated. He didn't need to yell at you when you brought 2 waters. I worked hard. Okay. Who was Biggie? A huge rapper who unfortunately passed away. Wasn't Biggie's birthday a holiday at Combs Enterprises? Yes. Was it a creative environment? Absolutely. It attracted all kinds of creative people. Lawyers, musicians, advertising people. A few specific questions. You used a corporate credit card? Yes. How did Mr. Combs pay? KK, Karina Karam, held his wallet with a black Amex in it. Had that black card. You have no reason to think he kept track of how baby oil was paid for. No reason. Or applesauce. He loves applesauce. Man, this is weird. They keep what is the defense doing right now? Why does applesauce keep coming up to everybody? On cheeseburgers? And he smiled. Well, devilish smile. On everything. So he likes applesauce on so Diddy is unhinged. He likes applesauce on everything. That's interesting. Let's talk about the plane. You heard glass breaking. You didn't see it? I didn't see it. The incident with Gina. You walk into the house, there's a thin table. I don't know. You don't remember how a person could get out of the gate at 2-Star Island? No, I just heard screaming and commotion. Screams of terror or of how can I open this gate? I don't know how to distinguish between the two. He threatened your jobs, but did he physically threaten you? No. You talked about Kim Porter, how she was different. His respect for her. They had incredible kids. Thank you. When you set up hotel rooms for Mr. Combs and Miss Porter, there was no baby oil, right? Lotions. You expressed caution about so that let us know right there. Let's stop right there for a hot second. That'll let us know right now. Kim was the queen. Wasn't no freak offs with Kim Porter. Wasn't no freak offs, wasn't no extra. Let me call some what you call them, an escort from Craigslist to come bang you while I watch and put bust all over my nipples. No, I wasn't. Kim got treated like she was supposed to be treated in a sense. Now there was some allegations of abuse, but when it comes to this the romance and stuff like that, Kim got treated differently than Cassie. Cassie got treated like the so at any rates. You expressed caution about hotels. Why you clean the room afterward? So somebody in his enterprise, somebody that works for him, is cleaning up some of the crimes that he is alleged to have committed, prostitution, things like that. But he expressed his caution about hotels. So he goes on to say, hotel staff could sell photos. Everyone wants a payday. You sent him a photo of him and Kim Porter? After she died, I was heartbroken for him. You were close? I invited him to my wedding. I didn't hear back. Objection. Everybody's surprised. So it's surprised looks that they did that. He said, you respected him? Yes. So he invited him to the wedding. Diddy didn't say nothing back to him, man. Piece of shit. He's probably doing a freak off. What's this photo of? Me, KK, and Mr. Combs at Teterboro Airport. He just got the jet. That's why there's champagne. You're happy there, right? No. Refresh it. It's that I was glad. Here's a relieved. It's that I was glad I had found the mascara in the back seat of the jet. So they found you and subpoenaed you. I had to retain counsel right away. No further questions. Redirect. Feds back up to ask questions. Which incidents shook you? The plane with Cassie and the apples with Gina. I felt guilty I didn't do anything after the incident with Cassie on the plane. But you didn't see any injuries? People can be injured without injuries being visible. The totality and tension with the apples he threw at Gina, it was troubling. So I'm guessing he just threw the shit out of those apples at this girl, Gina. You told Mr. Karam about both incidents? Yes, and I told her I am unwilling to stand behind the behavior, that I was quitting. Did Christina say she would quit? No. How long did she stay after you told her? Until recently. Next witness. Oh, moment y'all been waiting for. I'm in the pursuit of happiness, and I know Kid Cudi. So the government, we call Scott Mescudi. Now, first of all, y'all need to know this about how Kid Cudi pulled up. Kid Cudi pulled up. Got he. He did. He pulled up in some jeans, leather jacket, smoking a square. So he's on the stand now. What do you do for work? I'm an actor and musician, known as Kid Cudi. Who is this? It's a photo. Cassie. We dated in 2011. Who else was she involved with? Sean Combs. What did you know about their status? That she and Sean Combs had some problems and they weren't dating anymore. In December 2011, did law enforcement respond to your home? Yes. I had a break-in. Cassie called me at 5:30 or 6 a.m. She said Sean Combs had found out about us. She asked me to pick her up, so I did. Yeah. Why? She was worried. What was her demeanor? Very stressed and worried. Where did you go? The Sunset Marquise. Why? I thought it was safe. Off the radar. Who else did you speak with? Capricorn Clark. She sounded near tears. What did she say? that Sean Combs is in the car near my house. Objection. Overruled. You called Sean Combs? I did. He said, I'm over here waiting for you. So, Cudi. So, Sean pulled up to Cudi's crib. And we know how he got the address to Cudi's crib. Probably beat the hell out of Cassie, right? So, anyway, let's keep going. When you arrive, what did the outside look like? Pretty normal. Any security cameras? Yes, but I found out they weren't working, man. What kind of secret level businessman, crazy spies type shit do Diddy got going on? So Cudi said, yes, but I found out they weren't working. But the security cameras have been moved. Did you move them? No. What did you see inside your home? Gifts were open. Some stuff I got from Chanel. And my dog was locked up in the bathroom. Uh-oh. You know how we feel about these dogs, man. Gotti. They about to talk about the dog, bro. Let me tell you what he did. They locked the dog. Gotti, do you have to go into the bathroom? Do I lock you in the bathroom? No. We don't do that, do we? No. So, how do you usually leave your dog? I let him roam. That's what most people do. That's what Gotti, what do? You get the roam, don't you? Play that locking dogs up stuff, leashes, all that crap. We don't do that. How long had you had your dog? 3 years. What changes What changes were in the behavior of your dog after the break-in? Jittery, on edge all the time. Man, what Diddy and his people do to their dog? Man, see, now he going somewhere different. Y'all done mess with the dog. Y'all done mess with that man's dog. I got back in and called Sean Combs again. He called Diddy. I was looking for him. I wanted to fight him, you know? Cudi was ready to stand on business. This is the second person that wanted to fight Diddy. The first one was Cassie's mom. Just the other day on testimony, she tried to get at Diddy. Cudi said, "No, I want to see you about this. You broke into my crib and you fucking with my dog. I got to see you about this." Again, remember, Cudi never sued Diddy about none of this stuff that's going on, and he didn't do any assault. He just said, "I want to give you. Let's run them. Let's run hands." That's all the Cudi was trying to do. Let's run hands, bruh. Did he answer? Yeah. He said, "I'm on my way." I thought to myself, objection. Grounds. Still didn't even say nothing. He didn't even know what to say. He didn't have no grounds. So overruled. Ask a new question. When you saw Cassie, how did she seem? Depressed? Did you see Cassie in Connecticut? Yes, she needed it. Did Mr. Combs call you? Yes, he hit me a few times. Hit? Called me. What did you say? That I didn't want to talk with him. He broke into my house, hurt my dog. Did you and Miss Ventura break up? Yes. What about your car? My dog's babysitter called me and told me my car was on fire. Where were you? At a relative of my ex-girlfriend. Where'd you go? To my house, 8925 Hollywood Hills Road. Let me show you 6 pictures. Do you recognize? My Porsche. That's the damage to my Porsche from the Molotov cocktail. Who took these photos? Chip, a good friend and collaborator. I believe that's Chip the Rip, somebody from Ohio, right? He's Chip the King, King Chip, maybe. I can't remember. They had a good song together though. What's depicted here? The hole they cut in the roof of my car to put in the Molotov cocktail. What was your reaction to your car being set on fire? What the fuck? Objection. Overruled. So the judge was like, break, man. Because I guess like the courtroom turned up at that point when he said, what the fuck? All right, so before the jurors get back, judge is asking, will you finish the witnesses of today? The feds. Yes, though the cross of Mr. Kaplan was 3 times longer than what we thought. So now the jury enters. Feds back up here. Was the damage on your car present before the call from the dog sitter? No. Did you think it was accidental or intentional? Intentional. Where did you last see Miss Ventura? At the Soho house. I reached out to Sean Combs and said, let's talk. This is getting out of hand. Diddy's attorney is like, can we have a sidebar? Do you have an objection? Yes. Sustain, disregard, and move on. So judge is like, fuck all this sidebar stuff. Let him keep on doing what they do. Feds back up. Who set up the meeting at Soho House? D-Rock and my manager. D-Rock comes up a lot. D-Rock must be Diddy's like A1, day one, bodyguard, manager, everything. What was Mr. Combs doing? Standing there like a Marvel supervillain. Everybody started laughing. What was sitting like Thanos, huh? Loki. Loki, that's who he is, Loki. He said, we were homies. You know this is my girl. What did you say? I thought you had broken up. Then Sean Combs offered me water twice. Now you already know if Cudi had drank that water, we wasn't gonna get some of them hits, man. But he offered him water twice. You want some water, man? You already know he already got all the drugs. You know he probably tried to hit Cudi with some crazy shit, man. It was weird. Like Sean Combs being so calm. What did Cassie say? That we had fallen in love. Things happen. What did you say to Mr. Combs? What about my car? He said, I don't know what you're talking about, and walked away. Did you see Sean Combs later? A few years later, also at Soho House. He said, I'm just sorry for all that bullshit. I was surprised, so I found peace with it. So Diddy went and apologized to Cudi a couple years later. Like, I'm sorry for all that bullshit. And Cudi was like, damn. So he just found peace with it. So that's why he never went and did anything with the laws or nothing. He in regards to his Porsche. None of that. So then the judge is like, Mr. Steele, going back to Diddy's lawyers, I want to ask you some questions about your Porsche in 2022. Kid Cudi had he fucking up already. Kid Cudi had to go up there and say 2012. He had to correct them. I, I apologize. I get a call. I apologize. You get a call about damage to your vehicle. Any surveillance photos? No. My dog's babysitter did send me pictures of the damage. The DNA taken. Are you aware it came back being a female? Objection. No foundation. Sustained. Do you know where that there were DNA results? I'll allow that. Cudi said no. Miss Ventura told you it was over? We just stopped talking. You told this honorable court and this jury that she played you. Yes. She played you and you had no clue? No clue. Because she was still doing the freak offs with Diddy while she was dating Cudi. In 2011, you went on a tour? Yes. 65 locations? Yeah. At that time, Sean Combs was an icon. Is that fair to say? Yes. You and Miss Ventura had a sexual relationship? Objection. So they go through the sidebar. So we get back. So Cudi come back. Mr. Steele, can I? Judge says, no, you can do that on redirect. Diddy's attorney said, do you want to tell me something? Cudi said, Sean Combs asked about me doing a song with Miss Ventura in 2010. Thank you. Thank you. That's what the lawyer said. So you believe they left your front door unlocked? Yes. No forced entry? No. Just presence open. Door in the bathroom? I'm not belittling, just asking. You called Sean Combs? Yeah. He was calm? Yes. You went to see him. You didn't think he had a gun? I couldn't call it. You are a strong person. That's how you categorize yourself. Yeah, this crossed the line. Miss Ventura told you she was abused? Yes. But she never said she was sexually abused, true? She did not. You loved her? Tell me if I'm wrong. I did. You got played by the same person who played Mr. Combs, Cassie Ventura. In the 13 years since, have you ever been notified in California that there has been any action on this car fire? No. Cuddy, I guess he stayed solid. He didn't go for it. He just said no. Did Miss Ventura have multiple phones? I don't remember. 35, 12. If I said it, I said it. Do you know what a burner phone is? Untraceable. The trespass, you call it a break-in. Miss Ventura told you she'd given your home address to Mr. Combs, was beating the hell out of that girl all night, allegedly. Probably that's what's probably happened. But she was like, Diddy was probably like, what's his address? And Cassie gave it up to Diddy. Cudi. Yeah, in the morning. No more questions. Thanks. No problem. Redirect. Defense Gov's back, the feds back up. What did Mr. Ventura confide in you about abuse? That he would hit her, sometimes kick her? The day of the break-in, was she carefree? No. What did Capricorn Clark tell you? Sean Combs and an affiliate forced her into a car to come to my house. I called the police. How would you describe Cassie that day? Just really shook, him finding out about us. Why did your relationship with Miss Ventura end? The drama. It was getting out of hand. I wanted to give space. What drama? The break-in for my safety, her safety. Objection. Grounds. Speculation. Overruled. Why did you have safety concerns? Because I knew Sean Combs was violent. Kid Cudi is a civilian. He got found working at, I believe, a bake shop, Bathing Ape store in Cleveland somewhere, something like that. That's how they found him. He was working at some high-end store. He's just a chill kid, probably like to just smoke. He was chilling. He's a civilian. I ain't doing all this gangster stuff. You blowing up my car like you a mob dude. Come on, man. Come on, man. So Diddy's attorney's like, Your Honor, maybe we approach. They have a sidebar. All right, cool. The feds is back up. The meeting at Soho House, Mr. Combs said, I don't know what you're talking about your car. Did you believe him? Objection. Rephrase. What was your understanding? That he was lying. No further questions. Any recross? Defense. No, Your Honor. Mr. Mescudi, you're done. All right. Boy went back out there and smoked another cigarette, I bet. I already know he did. Man, that boy, Diddy blowing up cars, man. He just like, man, I just like to smoke and have a good time and hum to people. That's all he want to do. All right. So we back, but before the jury is brought in, the feds is like, they want to put in exhibits showing Miss Ventura scantily clad. We think it plays into a stereotype that if she dresses like this, she must have consented to the freak offs. I only have the album cover. Diddy lawyer. We can bring it up on the screen. Does, but not for the public gallery. We have withdrawn some of the exhibits. It's rather about her career opportunities and the like. What's the relevance of these exhibits? The next witness did Miss Ventura's makeup, but what's the purpose of the pictures? It's a 402 issue first. Relevance. Miss Ventura testified about her career being impacted. Fed's like, I'll stipulate. This one is of a public event. So what's the problem? Fed's like, it's a low cut dress. I'm allowing it in, but not 652 or 745. Bring in the witness and the jury. Fed's up. What's your name? Myla Morales. I'm a celebrity makeup artist. Do you recognize anyone you work for? Sean Combs in the gray sweater and white collar. When did you work for Mr. Combs? 2000 to 2005. Then who? Rihanna? Who else? Jennifer Lopez? Cassie? When did you work with Cassie? 2007 until COVID. She was like a little sister to me. How much older are you than her? A few years. Did you see her with injuries on her face? 2010, Grammy weekend, Prince party. Where were you with her? Beverly Hills. I fell asleep in the room and woke up to a commotion. Cassie walked in, then Sean, asking, where the fuck is she? What did he do? Walk into the bedroom, shut the door? What did you hear behind the door? Yelling and screaming, both of them. Then Sean Combs left. What did you see next? Cassie. She had a swollen eye and knots on her head. I packed her things up. We went to my house. Then my doctor friend came and examined her to see if she had a concussion. What were you afraid of? Sean, I fear for my life. Objection. Move to strike. The judge said, no, this going into the record. Overruled. How long did she stay? Days. Have you done interviews about this? A couple. Were you paid? No. Did you provide evidence? Photos of me and Kim Porter, early 2000s. Were you paid? $1,000. No further questions. Cross. Diddy's lawyer back up. Did you assist Miss Ventura for any red carpet events? Possibly. And some music videos, black and yellow. We have photos, 647, please. Show the video from a video shoot, right, guys? The goal was that she looked put together? Yes. These photos show your artistry. You reposted them on Instagram. Yes. You were in her hotel room, though you lived near. Yes. You met Miss Ventura's family? Her father. You called a doctor. And the lawyer? The lawyer lives in San Francisco. You provided emotional support. Yes. You did an interview with CNN and with Extra TV. Don Lemon, Piers Morgan? Yes. Did Dateline reach out to you? I don't look at those anymore. Did you ask the government if you could do more? Look at this. So you asked permission to speak to Dateline. Of course I asked. After the incident, neither Mr. Combs or anyone from his company ever approached you? No one did. For a documentary, were you paid? Therapy. You sold the photos to CNN for $1,000. Yes. No further questions. Next witness. Okay, so now we got Frederic Zamor, the general manager of the Le Hermitage Hotel, LA. So the feds are up. Why are you here? I received a subpoena. Are you familiar with the hotel's reservation system? We have a system called Opera. We enter in personal preferences. How long do you keep them? They stay forever. Mm. Who reserved this phone? Who reserved this room for Sean Combs? Ryan Lopez. Also, other names were used. When was this profile first created? 2006. It said Sean Combs and Bad Boy Records. Then they changed it to Jackie Star. Let's look at 2011, 2012. This reservation, what's the bill? Over $2,000. It says only charge if Christina Karam approves. What were the instructions? Put the room out of service for cleaning. Let the room hot. Set it for 75 degrees. What are these complaints? Candle wax on carpet. Security called. Charged $500. No further questions. Cross-examination? None. The defense ain't got none for this. Next witness. Feds say Special Agent Josh Kraft. Where do you work? HSI. That's Homeland Security Investigations. I extract data from computers. What is your training? The Science Institute. What does that stand for? I don't really know. They are opaque in that way. What tools do you use? TX1 and Digital Collector. Whose laptops did you extract? Cassie Ventura. This is a MacBook Pro, roughly from 2010, 2011, with a white case. Did you boot it up? I got to the MacBook factory default screen. But you got data? Yes, the hard drive had data not overridden by the factory reset. So they tried to factory reset this thing and try and get that thing out of there, get everything out of there, but it's some stuff on the hard drive that was still there. What is unallocated space? Something not viewable, something previously deleted. Explain how computers store data. You have a table of contents. A file can still be stored in unallocated space. So on these three laptops, how were they backed up? iTunes was used before iCloud. Some looks a little funky. But you can validate the funky, as you say, data by going to the raw data. Yes. Nothing further. The defense is back. On one of the laptops, there was a Frank Black profile. Yes. Did you process every file? Yes. Have a wonderful weekend. The feds back up. Frank Black. Did you proceed under Miss Ventura's consent? Under warrant. The judge goes, no more witnesses. Jurors, I intend to release you early. Any objection? Ha 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 ha. Don't read anything about the case. Go for a walk. Watch the Knicks avenge their game one loss. Ha 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 ha. And you must tattle. We're making great progress. All rise. Enjoy. And that was today, y'all. So I don't know if they're going to give tomorrow a break and let everybody do the Memorial Day 4-day weekend thing, get back to it on Tuesday. That might be what happens. But maybe we get a day off tomorrow. We can just watch me do Assassin's Creed. We got Make It Make Sense this weekend. We got Mission Impossible. We got Lilo and Stitch. We got a whole bunch of things. So make sure that y'all like and subscribe to the channel. This is how you find me. Unico Williams on YouTube. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Do that because I'm here every day to trial. I'm on it. I'm on that. That's what we on. Make sure you get with the rest of my homies and friends on Overall 99 Media. Keep it 99. Make It Make Sense. The podcast popping this weekend. Everything. So please, again, thank you so much for tuning in to this special episode of Do You Hear Me with Unico Williams. Special.